beautiful place to be, and then I walked into the picture. At any rate, I want to take about a few minutes and give some details about a fairly negative topic, but it's a spiritual topic, has to do with spiritual warfare. This has to do with a demonic attack that I came under about a month ago, and I told this story, posted it last week, I think, and it's titled A Spiritual Battle Recently Fought and Won. And I tell of this event within that story. There's more components to that story than the demonic attack. That's just part of it. I like to tell details. Why am I telling this? Because maybe somebody is interested in knowing. Hopefully you never come under a demonic attack. I will tell you, you will know it if it happens, as surely as you'll know you're in the presence of God, God's Spirit. You know, you will know the opposite, because no human can generate that kind of hatred. It's inhuman what you will feel. And I do believe the devil can deceive. Maybe they're not all like that, but I've had this happen twice in my life, and that was a trademark, was immense, overpowering hatred and loathing, negativity. So, at any rate, a couple things I didn't tell on that. And one thing I didn't mention that occurred to me, I was thinking about it, because I had a few people, what spurred me to think about it, I know a few people, and I don't blame them, they kind of question, did this really happen? They don't believe in demonic attacks, so they're Christians. And I say, well, Jesus and his disciples dealt with it, so have all the saints, and a lot of other people since then. So it does exist. It didn't just disappear. With time, not yet. Not until, well, that's another story. But then I thought about it, I said, no, this really happened, and I sincerely believe it was exactly what I'm saying it was. And I thought about it, other than the feelings that I described in the other story. I'm not going to tell of it in this. Watch that video. I'll put the link in this. And that, I talk about that in the story. So the demonic attack, about halfway through, I get to that in detail. But I left out a couple things. One, when it hit me, it was real sudden. I was sitting at my table, in front of my giant computer monitor, my TV, watching some stuff on YouTube. And the table's pretty heavy. But when it hit me, I could feel it hit me. It didn't just happen. Something come on to me, and almost like a gust of wind, but it wasn't wind. I could feel presence hit me. I don't know how better to describe it, but it definitely, I could sense it when it did hit me. It's woo, and it buckled me over with this overpowering negativity and hatred directed at me. It was just overpowering, really frightening on one level, but not on another, because I know who I serve, Jesus Christ. That's the one thing I wanted you to know, that I could sense it when it hit me. It was real unexpected and just came out of nowhere, it seemed like, and boom. And the other thing, when I said the Lord's Prayer, that's the first thing I did. I started praying, because I knew instantly what had happened. Instantly, I knew who and what it was. At least, demonic. And I'm watching my dog. He's out here with me. I don't like talking about this in my house. So, what was I saying? The other thing. Yeah, the Lord's Prayer didn't make it go away. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. As fast as I could pray, I'm praying out loud, speaking. It didn't go away, but I did hear it say, there is no God. I heard that, a growl. And then I said, I'm a follower of Jesus Christ. I'm a follower of Jesus Christ. And right after the first time I said, I'm a follower of Jesus Christ, out loud spoken, that's when it left. And I said it again because I was talking fast. And when it left, I said that everything on my table, papers, pens, bottles, a lot of clutter, right? Everything. There was a lot of clutter. Just went like a gust of wind hit everything. just moved it all around the place for about 2 seconds. And then it was quiet and it was gone. And I knew it was gone and I started praying to God. But I did test this, because I'm like, what just happened? Oh my God. And the table, I actually grabbed the table and rattled it a little bit, and I couldn't reproduce that effect at all. Not even close. And there was no fans going or windows open. So that kind of was a signature to me physically that this didn't just happen here. I think that's all I had to say. Those two things, I could feel it when it hit me, this thing hit me, just like an invisible cloud of massive negativity and hatred, just went boom, just hit me. And I could feel it like it just kind of in the face, like a wave of badness. And when it left, it rattled everything. And I did try to reproduce that effect because I was stumped. Not really stumped, I knew what it was, but just to prove to myself that, there wasn't an explanation for it. I tried to reproduce the effect a little bit by shaking the table, but it's a really heavy table. And it actually has like another table kind of over it that kind of holds it down too. So I couldn't reproduce that effect shaking it, with making everything move around. So these things happen, and you will know, and I hope it never happens to you, but remember to speak the name of Jesus Christ out loud. Call on him. If it ever happens to you, the name of Jesus Christ has a lot of authority. A lot. And I don't know, personally I've wondered, what about ghost hunters who really don't have a relationship with Christ and they use the name of Jesus Christ when they get in trouble? I don't know if that works, but I recommend you have a very deep and growing relationship and trust in Jesus Christ. And if you ever encounter anything like this, call on him. Call on him. Call his name out loud. You'd be good. All right? And then give thanks to Jesus for rescuing you, like he rescued me twice. Number one was told in the Story 52 series about the encounter with that thing in Whitehall, New York that I had. And a few other people had it too. That's another. All right, I think that's all. Just going to keep this short. Take care. God bless each of you.